What's your English level? Beginner? Intermediate? Advanced? Let's find out. In this video, we have a quiz. The first 5 questions are beginner, the next 5 are intermediate, and the last 5 are advanced. For each question, you will have some time to think and choose the correct answer. I will then show you the correct answer and explain why it was correct. So you will test and learn. Okay, let's begin with part 1, beginner. Which sentence is correct? She work on a bank. She work in a bank. She works in a bank. She works in a bank. But why? This is a present simple sentence. In present simple, we have subject plus verb. Subject, I, you, he, she, it, we, they. Verb, play, see, eat, run. So, I work, you work. But here's the thing. If we are talking about third person singular, he, she, or it, you need to add an S to the verb. He works, she works. So, she works in a bank. Question 2. Which sentence is correct? He don't eat meat. He doesn't eat meat. He does not eat meat. He doesn't eat meat. But why? Again, this is present simple, but negative. When we want to make negative present simple, we need to use the verb do, or if it's the third person singular, does. In this example, we have third person singular, he. So he does not. When we have does in the sentence, we do not give S to the verb. So he does not eat. He does not eat. He doesn't eat. Moving on to question 3. Which sentence is correct? We travel to school in train. We travel to school by train. We travel to school by the train. We travel to school by train. For means of transport, train, plane, bus, car, taxi, we use the preposition by train, by plane, by car, by taxi. However, we never use the article the or a and an. We don't say I traveled by a taxi, by the taxi, by car, by bus. Question 4. Which sentence is correct? Are you going visit London in July? Are you going visiting London in July? Or are you going to visit London in July? Are you going to visit London in July? We're talking about future plans. And when we are discussing future plans, we use be going to. Am is are going to plus base form of the verb. I am going to visit London in July. The question form is, are you going to visit London in July? And question 5, last question of the beginner level. Which sentence is correct? I finished the book before 2 days. I finished the book 2 days ago. I finished the book 2 days back. I finished the book 2 days ago. In English, to describe how far back something happened, we use ago. So we have the time period, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, 2 years, plus ago. I finished the book 2 days ago. Okay, of the 5 beginner questions, how many correct answers did you have? If you had 1, 2, or 3 correct answers, your level is beginner, A1, A2. But if you had 4 or 5 correct answers, your level is higher. So let's go to the intermediate level. By the way, if you want to have the summary of this test and all other lessons of mine for free in a single PDF file, you can download my Ultimate English book with more than 500 pages of lesson summaries, and I'm giving this to you for free. Go ahead, click on the link above this video and download the book for free. Alright, Let's go back to the lesson. The next 5 questions are going to be intermediate. Let's start with question 6. Which sentence is correct? Where did you go for your last holiday? Where have you gone for your last holiday? Or where had you gone for your last holiday? Where did you go for your last holiday? But why? Look at the 3 options. The first one is past simple, the second one is present perfect, and the third one is past perfect. All 3 are used to talk about the past. However, in this sentence, do we know exactly when the action happened? Last holiday. So we know the exact time. When you are talking about a finished action in the past and you know the exact time, you should use past simple. Where did you go? But what if you don't know the exact time? That is when you use present perfect. So the next time you're confused between past simple or present perfect, ask yourself this one question. Is the time clear? If you know the exact time, go with past simple. If you don't know the exact time, or if the action is not complete yet, go with present perfect. Next question. Which sentence is correct? Did you see the new Batman movie yet? Have you seen the new Batman movie yet? Or had you seen the new Batman movie yet? Have you seen the new Batman movie yet? But why? The first option is past simple, the second is present perfect, and the third is past perfect. Now pay attention. Do we know the exact time? The Batman movie? When? We don't know the exact time. So we go with present perfect. Something happened in the past, but we are not sure when, or it doesn't matter when. Also, another point. In these questions, we have the adverb yet, and yet is one of the 5 adverbs that always go with present perfect. What are the 5 adverbs? Never, ever, just, yet, and already. These 5 adverbs usually signal present perfect. Okay, let's continue to the next question. If we don't hurry, we miss the flight. We would, we will, or we must. We will miss the flight, and this is a first conditional sentence. What is a first conditional sentence? If plus present, future. It is the result of something you do now in the future. If we don't hurry, we will miss the flight. If you don't watch this video until the end, I will get angry. Question 9, another conditional sentence. I buy that car if I enough money. Didn't have, would, had, or will have. I would buy that car if I had enough money. But why? Let me ask you this. Is this a real situation or are we imagining? Do I have the money now? Can I buy the car now? So it's a hypothetical situation. For hypothetical situations now, we use second conditional. If plus past simple, would plus base form of the verb. If I had enough money, I would buy that car. Now change the 2 clauses. I would buy that car if I had enough money. See? And the last question of the intermediate level. The ground was wet because it all night. It rained. It has been raining. It had been raining. It had been raining. Wow, that's a very interesting question, so pay attention. What is the tense? Past perfect. When do we use past perfect? For something that happened in the past before another action in the past. How do we know if this was before another action in the past? Look at the question. The ground was wet. This is in the past. So in the past, the ground was wet. Why? Because before that, we had rain. So 2 actions in the past, rain happened before the other one. First rain, then ground wet. Okay, so we need to use past perfect. However, here's the thing. Do we use past perfect simple or past perfect continuous? Was the action finished quickly or was it an ongoing action? Rain, shh. 1 hour later, shh. So it was a continuous action. We use past perfect continuous. Had been raining. That was an interesting question to finish the intermediate level and prepare you for the next part. How many correct answers did you have? Of the 5 intermediate questions, if you got 1, 2, or 3 correct answers, your level is intermediate, B1, B2. If you got 4 or 5, your level may be advanced. So we are going to see whether you are advanced or not. Let's enter the danger zone. Let me explain something. The advanced questions are not multiple choice. Of course, I'm not going to give you an easy challenge. We're going to have 5 questions of use of English. What? Use of English? That is, I will give you one sentence with a gap, and you will have one word in brackets. You will need to use the correct form of that word to fill the gap. We are dealing with parts of speech. Adjectives, adverbs, nouns, or verbs. You need to use the correct form. And pay attention, sometimes you may need to use the negative form. Anyways, let's start with the first one. This is my favorite part. The witness gave some evidence during the trial, and the word is contradict. What's the correct form of contradict to complete this gap? Are you done? Let me explain. In brackets, we have contradict, which is a verb. But do we need a verb in this sentence? Look at what we have after the gap. Evidence. Evidence is a noun. Before a noun, we need an adjective. So what is the adjective form of contradict? Contradictory. Contradictory. So the correct answer is the witness gave some contradictory evidence during the trial. Lovely challenge now. Let's go to the next one. The quiet of the mountains helped him relax. And the word is solitary. Solitary in brackets is an adjective. But do we need an adjective in this sentence? Let's take a look. Before the gap, we have quiet. Quiet is an adjective. After adjective, we need a noun. So what's the noun form of solitary? Solitary is the adjective. The noun form should be solitude. And here's the sentence. The quiet solitude of the mountains helped him relax. And you know the meaning, right? Solitude means being alone. Okay, let's go to the next one. I hope you're enjoying the C2 challenge. The government is trying to the scope of the investigation. And the word is broad. Broad is an adjective. But do we need an adjective in this sentence? Let's look. Trying to. The government is trying to what? Trying to verb. We need the verb of broad. Broaden. The government is trying to broaden the scope of the investigations. Interesting. Moving on. Question 14. The damage to the ancient painting was so bad that it was, and the word is reverse. Reverse is a verb, and that means to go back. We don't need a verb here. What do we need? Before the gap, we have was. Was is a to be verb, and to be verbs usually go before adjectives. So what's the adjective form of reverse? We use a suffix ible, reversible, reversible. So the correct answer is reversible. No, read the sentence and be careful. The damage to the ancient painting was so bad. The damage was so bad. Was it reversible? No. We need the negative, the opposite of reversible, which is irreversible. The damage was irreversible. Whoosh, that was quite a challenge. If you got that one right, you are magnificent, brilliant, amazing. But if you didn't, that was quite an interesting challenge. And let's go for the last one. Before we go for the last one, if you really want to improve your English level and go from beginner to intermediate to advanced, and more importantly, practice writing and get feedback on your spoken English, join a community of students and have live lessons, you should seriously consider joining the POC English Academy, where we have 4 courses of general English, IELTS, pronunciation, and English for leisure. We have a community of more than 1,000 students where you can make friends and find speaking partners. And we have weekly live lessons on Zoom with teachers where you go and speak to your teacher and to your classmates. But apart from that, we have AI writing assistant and AI speaking tutor. You will learn 5 times faster with our AI tools. So if you're serious about improving your English, go ahead, click on the link above my head and join the Academy. And let's get to the last question of the C2 level. He suffered a great deal of during the economic crisis. And the word is hard. Hard is an adjective, but we don't need an adjective here. We have a great deal of, we need a noun, great deal of something, a noun. What's the noun of hard? We need to use a suffix, ship, hardship. He suffered a great deal of hardship during the economic crisis. Congratulations, you finished the test. Of the 5 advanced questions, how many correct answers did you have? If you had 1, 2, or 3, your level is lower advanced, probably B2, C1. If you got all 5 correct, your level is C1, C2. Now it's your turn. Go to the comment section and let everyone know your level of English. Of the 15 questions, how many correct answers did you get? I'm going to check the comment section now. So go ahead, leave a comment right now. See ya.